The Aviation Safety Advisory Group of Arizona is proud to present a short video on operations at the Cottonwood Airport.
Cottonwood Airport, automated weather observation.
Each airport in the National Airspace System has unique characteristics which can be challenging, especially for the first-time user. Cottonwood is a great airport and a great destination in Arizona. So let's have a look at the Cottonwood Airport from the flight deck. Cottonwood Airport is a small non-towered general aviation airport located approximately 30 nautical miles southwest of Flagstaff, 18 nautical miles northeast of Prescott, and 76 nautical miles north of the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. The airport is located along the southwest edge of the city of Cottonwood at an elevation of 3,560 feet over the Verde River Valley, with rapidly rising terrain to the southwest reaching 7,880 feet at Magus Mountain. Due to the rising terrain, all patterns are over the city of Cottonwood, with right-hand traffic for runway 32 and left-hand traffic for runway 14. Also at Cottonwood, the ComWin runway is 32 for right traffic. About 73 aircraft are based on the Cottonwood Airport, 54 being single-engine, 5 multi-engine, 3 jets, and 11 helicopters. 100 operations per day are commonplace at Cottonwood, with about half of those being from transient aircraft and the other half from local general aviation. Many of the transient aircraft at Cottonwood are from the Prescott area, and many are from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Consequently, it is common for fixed-wing and rotor-wing aircraft to have solo students on board and are operating in Cottonwood's traffic pattern and training flights to be maneuvering in the airspace close to the airport. The west side of Magus Mountain is a favorable location for glider activity, and pilots operating in Cottonwood need to be looking out and scanning for these aircraft, as they may not have any sort of ADS-B equipment on board. The Cottonwood Airport is surrounded by numerous wilderness areas, shown in the sectional, and pilots should be aware the U.S. Fish, Wildlife, and U.S. Forest Service departments request an altitude of at least 2,000 feet above the surface in these charted spaces. Pilots should strive to maintain these altitudes unless otherwise directed by ATC, or a lower altitude is required for safety of flight. The Cottonwood Airport is surrounded by noise-sensitive areas. Following noise abatement practices updated and adopted effective May 4th, 2022 by the Cottonwood Airport Commission are voluntary. No noise abatement practice shall supersede safety. However, voluntary compliance with the requested noise abatement practices is greatly appreciated. Piston aircraft operators are requested to use the AOPA noise awareness steps. Turbine or jet aircraft operators are requested to use the NBAA Noise Abatement Program procedures or comparable procedures for the aircraft manufacturer. Helicopter operators are requested to use the Helicopter Association International recommended noise abatement measures. As it relates to the general noise abatement procedures at Cottonwood, avoid repetitive flight training operations between 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. weekdays and 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. on weekends and holidays. Cottonwood requests no more than 4 aircraft conducting repetitive flight training operations in the traffic pattern at any time. Stop and go, midfield, and intersection departures are prohibited. And of course, runway 32 is the designated ComWin runway. For Cottonwood arrivals, maintain the pattern altitude until necessary for descent for landing. Avoid low altitude, high RPM approaches on extended downwind, base, and final. Lastly, follow the PAPI for a safe glide path and allow for a smooth, quiet descent to the runway. For Cottonwood departures, please maintain the runway heading until 1,000 feet AGL prior to making your turn to en route. Use VY, best rate of climb airspeed, until reaching 1,000 feet AGL. Avoid flying over residential areas with the propeller set to low pitch/high RPM. Cottonwood is a non-towered airport. If it has been a while since you've operated out of a non-towered airport, you might want to reference the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge for non-towered airport operations. Best practices for non-towered airports: announce your position and intentions on CTAF, proper phraseology on the radios, listen carefully for other traffic, scan for other traffic constantly. Aircraft may be operating without radio or may have incorrectly stated their position. Try to avoid straight-in arrivals when possible. Be aware of all signs and markings on the airport surface. Scan the runway in both directions before arriving and departing any runway. And when in doubt, speak up and ask the other pilot's intentions. Although Cottonwood is non-towered, the airport does have one published instrument GPS approach to runway 32. Regardless of a VFR or IFR arrival or departure, it is a good practice to report your position from the airport rather than the fixed names when announcing your location on the common traffic advisory frequency. The terrain in the Cottonwood area is diverse. The mountains surrounding Cottonwood will encourage thunderstorm development during the summer months. When we're in the monsoon season, which generally runs June through October, plan to fly in the mornings and leave the thunderstorms to the afternoon. We hope this has given you a good overview of some of the unique features found at the Cottonwood Airport. For your Cottonwood checklist, please consider these items. 1. The Cottonwood Airport is a high elevation field. Please check density, altitude, and aircraft performance. 2. The recommended calm wind runway is 32. 3. Cottonwood has diverse weather throughout the year, and expect turbulence even on calm, clear days. 4. Always have options. If things don't look or feel right, go around. 5. Be a good neighbor and be noise sensitive. 6. The airport is fenced, but wildlife can access the airport operations area. Be on the lookout. 7. Last and not least, enjoy. Cottonwood is a great airport, but it can get busy, so please stay alert. From all of us at the Aviation Safety Advisory Group, we hope to see you again soon from the flight deck, and until then, fly safe.